Alright, Vloggerheads video. Yay! Vloggerheads. Yay! Alright, official campaign video, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'll call it. Well, I didn't really call it that. I think that's what it'll be, though. And, a bit more light on here, I don't know. Not having it look like shit today. But anyway, bad hair day and such. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm running for the admin thing, and campaign promises really, yeah, I just plan on doing the vision thing, like let's do some experiments, let's try some things, some sort of features on the site, the whatever, the forum that we are interacting on. And the idea is to maximize our expression, maximize our communication, both positive, negative, hostile, loving, share our lives, talk about what's going on, what inspires us, what moves us, what motivates us, what means something to us, and yeah, and create some sort of boundaries, you know, keep it from getting personal or intrusive, keep it from doing the things that happen on YouTube, docs getting dropped, you know, material getting thieved and abused, the basic crap. But yeah, the real thing is to organize this content so you can have control, so you can have it display the way you want it, so you can communicate the way you want to communicate with other people. As you might have noticed, I turned comments off of my videos because even though there was a tiny minority that were offensive and irritating to me and destroyed the whole feel of the vlogging experience, yeah, I can just do without it. The positive side really wasn't necessary. I didn't need somebody to tell me good video. And maybe if we just had our basic feature, you know, a little smiley face, a little frowny face, some way to just say good video, bad video, or even without it, I just don't see the point. I'm seeking interaction and conversation, you know, to refine how I view the world, or how I communicate my vision of the world. And that's my incentive to participate on a site like this, an alternative to YouTube. To find a medium too where I can also experiment artistically and experiment emotionally as a human being, without it quite being as brutal and as harsh as it is on an environment like YouTube that is really just, you know, it's a free range for trolls and assholes who will, you know, Encyclopedia Dramatica you and drop your docs and fuck with your video content. You know, because they're malicious assholes. Yeah, so the idea of having some control over that and having control, you know, I'll just put it plain and simple. I mean, I think the people making videos should have the most power here, the most control here. And the people who make comments, yes, they can play along, they can care about us, they can dislike us, they can do a lot of things, but it's within a boundary. They don't own the territory, in my opinion, and we should have a constitution that conveys that. Alright, the rest of it is this vision thing, this idea of the mechanisms of having maybe standardized keywords to describe video content, having a standardized way of labeling videos maybe at the start, just simple little things that we might do to make it possible for people to know what a video is before they click on it, you know, and to do it in some sort of routine way that's unobtrusive but gets the job done. Also, we can create features on other websites where this content can be, you know, gleaned, filtered, pieces of it can be extracted and put other places, and we can manipulate that to your preferences. And so there's things that can be done with the software, either with Ning's cooperation or without it, frankly, if it comes to that. And yeah, ultimately, in my opinion, I don't see why anybody here would want to be on a site owned by somebody else, where they're working for somebody else's construct. So eventually the idea's got to be to make it something producer owned, and that functions for the people making videos, doesn't function for somebody else's ambition. And but in the short term, to get there, yeah, if Reneto and Tom have control and authority, fine. They can't own us, they can't own our future. And so to keep us interested in them having this control, this ownership, they're going to have to provide something of value. And if they don't provide something of value, if there's a point where we really don't need them anymore, where all we need is a place to upload our videos and a place to organize the content so it reflects what we're interested in, so we can get to what we want. If it's conversation you want, or it's sharing, whatever kind of happy love kind of words you want to use, whatever it is that you have your niche to do that in, and your way of expressing that. And there's all kinds of ways where we interact with each other. There's ways where we do it very personally. There's ways where we do it intellectually and philosophically through argument and discussion. And sometimes it's just we share an inspiration with each other, a little bit of art, our inspiration, or painting, or our mood, or drama. Even something like Bella's last couple of videos were very good, where she was talking about boredom, and she was being Bella. She was being a bit of a show off and an actress, and creating a little story. And yeah, that's all great stuff, and it can't really take place anywhere but a place like this, some place that isn't where the trolls aren't going to eat your heart out and destroy any incentive to be vulnerable, and to take it to that next level, to that really where it gets to be, this is me, this is me that's on, I'm there, and you've got the knife in your hand, and it's empowering for all, I think, everybody, the audience and the players. If we have some sort of rules that make it possible to do that without it turning ugly. So anyway, that's the vision thing. That's the why do this, why have this alternative site, and that's the real value of it, isn't it? That it would be a place where the producers have more power than the little trolly assholes that graffiti and try to tear down your work. And yeah, so yeah, let's maximize that. Let's take full advantage of that. And let's also take the medium someplace. Let's do something with the medium, the way it's formatted, the way the content is streamed to each other, the way it's exposed to each other, the way we see it and filter it and decide what video to view and make that decision. All of that is part of what you want to do here. And part of it is also creating incentive for other people to join in here. Both people who are that have real value, okay, that are artists or are creators of little whatever you want. I don't masterpiece, wrong word, but yes, things that take a little work and a little creativity and a little bit of skill. And so it's create a medium for both, the skilled producer and the unskilled. But you have to segregate. You have to have some mechanism. You can't just throw it all in a friggin' pile here. You can't throw the desserts with the appetizers with the dinner and throw it in the same plate and mix it all together and turn it into shit. So this part of the functionality of a site like this has got to be having mechanisms to make it possible to to have rooms where you yell at each other and rooms where you're not yelling at each other, rooms that are places to do this different kind of human experiment, to do this different kinds of interaction. Yeah, I think I got, that's enough really. You should be able to get the idea that I'm not I have no other agenda. I mean, my agenda is like anybody else here, is to just see what this goes. How do you know, how we communicate with people. We have this new medium, this medium where it is really truly unique. I mean, we speech at each other. We can't interrupt each other. We can't, you know, it's got a lot of advantages to how we communicate to each other, and we feed it to each other in whole packages, and you know, uninterrupted, undistorted, unchanged, completely from us, you know, and I'm just saying that's a huge distinction from any other thing you can do on the internet, and the idea is to maximize that, take full advantage of it, to fertilize it with mechanisms that, you know, allow the best to rise out of it, to get the most expression, the most freedom, with the fewest restrictions, the fewest limitations, and the fewest dangers and vulnerabilities, to take those out of it. You know, take all that. Just, you know, I'm just saying, we all can figure out what the good and the bad is. We can all have different opinions on that, but the idea is to do something with it, not just let it sit here and just, you know, do this forever. No, it's got to do better than this. It's got to be more functional than this. It's got to be more scalable than this. It's got to be a lot of things if it's going to be more than just, you know, 50 people who sort of kind of know each other and you know, do whatever this is. And I just think it can mean more to us. We can get more out of it if we put more into it. That's kind of cliche, right? Yeah, well, whatever. That's what politicians do. They say things like that. We can get more into it if we get more out of it. No, more out of it if we put more into it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's almost like we do it not because it's easy, but because it's hard. You know, I always sound a little bit perverted. But anyway, I won't even go into all that crap. I have a dream. Yeah, that's it. I have a dream that this will be smaller, or be over here, and that you know, we will do this communicating thing with technology in new and innovative ways, because we will create a mechanism that makes it possible and viable for all kinds of people to use one mechanism, and for things to be funneled and filtered in ways that just maximize the entertainment value of it, the spiritual value of it, the functional value of it, the useful value of it, all those good things. And I don't have any other ambition, I swear. No, I don't want to steal the V on the Vloggerhead thing. I don't want to steal that. I don't want to steal, like, somebody's name. I don't want to, like, make this image go over here and make this image go over. I don't want to do any of that crap. I really have no malicious or evil intent. I don't want to turn it into a place where people just say fuck you, but yeah, I don't also want it to be a place where people can't say fuck you. So yeah, alright. So anyway, that's enough. I think that's enough. Whoops. Yeah, I just noticed that video's a little dirty that's playing there. Yeah, it's a little dirty. Anyway, hopefully you didn't see much of that. Don't really want to edit this video. Anyway, that's enough. Alright, enough. Okay, so till next time. So I'm running for whatever it is, and I really don't have time. I'm not going to spend every 5 minutes. I'm not going to get in all this drama crap. I really have no interest in it. So, you know, whoever the moderators are going to be, yeah, well, they're going to make a hell of a lot of these decisions, and I'm just going to okay them, and that's going to be it. So I really don't care to get into a whole bunch of bullshit. Just the obvious stuff is going to get you banned. You drop docs, you do this, you do that, harass people. Fuck that shit. Nobody needs any of that crap. We should have zero tolerance for it. And anything I do, I'll make it public, as long as it's not private information. I'll ask you first before I do it, and you can comment on it, and then I'll do it, or something like that. Anyway, enough said. Blah 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 blah.